Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to be making a book folded Christmas tree. Just like this one just here. You can decorate it however you want to decorate it. I'll do a demonstration at the end of how I've decorated one. But first and foremost, what you're going to need is you're going to need a book. Somewhere between 300 and 400 pages, 500 pages tops, otherwise folding the pages gets very difficult at the end. There are ways and means around that, but yeah, somewhere between 300 and 400 pages is ideal. You're going to need a skewer, you're going to need a hot glue gun, you're going to need some sort of lid off of a coffee jar or Pringles tub or something like that, and also a lid off of a Coke or lemonade bottle. I'll explain what they're for later, but let's just jump into it and get the video started. Let's tidy up the decks. So with the book, it doesn't matter what book it is. It could be one off of your bookshelf that you haven't read in a long time, or one you've got from the charity shop. I got this one from the charity shop. There was 4 for £2, so it's 50p for this book, although it says 125 on it. I've no idea what it's about. Sophie's World. Anyway, what we want to do is we want to remove the covers, the front, back and sides. Really easily done, and usually the first page will come with it. Just tear it apart. There we go, I've got the front and sides off. Now for the back, and usually the inner back page will come with it as well. And easily removed, and that's no good now. So this one, unfortunately, has got 482 pages, so I'm going to find this very difficult as I get to the end of the book to fold it. So there we have it. Right, so let's just jump straight in to folding this book. I'll show you exactly how to, or demonstrate exactly how to fold it to make this Christmas tree. If you've got a book that's got several pages more than, and you're struggling to fold it, as long as it goes round in a circle when you have got near the end, you can trim the last few pages off. So what we want to do is have a look and see how many pages this book has got. So 482. So if we divide that by 2, that gives us 241. So 241 is the middle of the book. Oh, 2, 4, 1. So that there is the middle of the book, and that's where we want to start. So we want to try and level it out as much as possible. It makes it easier to fold the book. Okay, so now we're ready. I've turned the book round so it's facing you, so that when you're folding the book, this will be how you're doing it. I'm working back to front, if you like. So what we want to do is we're going to start from the middle and work to the back of the book. So grab your first page, it'll be an odd number, and fold it into the spine, getting it into the middle as much as you can. And if you use the words, the lines underneath where you folded, it gives you some idea of how good a fold you've done. And then what we want to do is we want to do a second fold into the spine again, which leaves us a nice crease down, which leaves us a dog ear hanging over the end. So what we want to do with that dog ear is just fold the bottom of the dog ear over the edge of the book so it creates like a little seam, and pinch it with your fingers and tuck it into the middle of the page you've just folded. So when I open that up now, you'll see that it's just gone inside, and that makes our first page. Fold it over and work on the next one. So again, into the middle, and into the middle again, making it as tight to the spine as you can possibly get it, and then tuck. Tuck it under, and it makes it nice and level with the bottom of the book, so you haven't got any uneven edges underneath. Again, and this is all we're doing all the way through the book. It might seem a bit monotonous, but it's certainly worthwhile and rewarding afterwards. So, and fold it the second time into the middle of the book. We've done 3 pages now. I'll do 5 or 6 and then I'll move on with the video and come back when I've done a few more so we can see how it's taking shape. So into the middle of the spine again with the second fold. Tuck it under. There we go. So I'm going a bit slower than I normally would here, and I'm working back to front. So I'm going a little bit slower than I normally would here, and I'm working back to front for demonstration purposes. But you do get a bit of a speed up when you get going. And it does slow down a bit, obviously, the more to the end of the book, or the end of the folding you're doing. But you want to aim to get as many pages as you possibly can folded in either direction, doing an equal amount, so that when you've got to the end or near to the end, you fold it all round, and you sometimes have to glue the spine together to bring it round into a round shape. But most times I've found by doing this, either with the vases or the trees that I'll make, it kind of holds itself, it kind of pushes itself with a bit of manipulation. Of course, you just got to brush the leaves round as you... Oh, 2 pages there. Oh, yeah, there's something you need to be careful of, is make sure you only pick up 1 page at a time. It's quite easy to tell, the page just feels thicker in your fingers. So we'll tuck that under. Do a couple more. Into the spine with the second fold, tuck it under. Let's just do 1 more for luck, and we'll have a look and see what it looks like from where we're at the moment. Every sort of 20 pages, I suppose, 10-15 leaves of the book, you might want to I've done about 10 now. You might need to or want to just sort of keep bending the spine of the book where you've folded over. So like here, for example, let's just get that in there. it just helps manipulate the spine around. If you look what I'm doing there, it just helps manipulate the spine around. You'll be grateful of that when you get towards the end of the book and you're not fighting with the spine so much. So anyway, what I'll do now is I will come back to you a bit later on down the line when I've got a few more of these pages folded, and we'll see how it's taking shape. See you in a second, guys. Welcome back, guys. Right, what I've done here is I've got half these pages going one way and half the pages going this way. I've got about 25 or 30 pages in each direction, so approximately 60 leaves, not pages, leaves. So what you could do if you were doing this in a hardback book is you could leave it about there, and there you have a nicely designed book. Some books may need a bit more, some books may need a bit less pages folded, but you could stop about there and decorate your book how you see fit. But I'm going to make a complete revolution on the pages, so I'm going to keep persevering with this, and I'll be back in a second. Hi guys, I'm back. I've completed the tree. I ended up using less pages than I thought I would, so I ended up running a crafting knife down the sides and cutting off probably 40-50 pages on either side, which I will use for another project, so I shall keep them out of the way. But the tree's all done. I've managed to fold it all up. Once it's done, just brush the pages. I couldn't physically do any more pages. It was just so hard. The spine of the book was just not bending to let me get the pages in, so I had to call it quits. So anyway, the tree looks alright. It's done. Just keep brushing it around, and it will with your hands, just run it round, especially at the top because that's where it's stiffest, and it will form the Christmas tree shape. So now it's time to decorate it. What you need to decorate it, let's move the tree over there for a minute, is you need some sort of base. I'm using a Pringles lid. You need a bottle top. That's going to slide up and down on the skewer, which we need to stop the tree from sliding down. And let's begin. And poke the skewer down the top because there's a nice tight hole there. That's got it right. Yeah. And I'll come out the bottom in a minute. Push it right down. And then, I mean, it's pretty solid. It's not going to go anywhere. With the lemonade lid, you want the open end pointing down, so you can hot glue gun inside that so nobody sees that there's any hot glue residue in there. And then what we do is we place the skewer through the lid and hot glue gun that in place underneath, and it's yours to decorate up however you want. So that's what we're going to do now, is we're going to decorate the tree, and you will see the next image you see of the tree, it will be all decorated up. Cheers guys, I'll be back in a second. Right guys, here it is, it's the completed tree. I I've totally finished it now. I'm quite happy with the outcome. What I did, I found that the Pringles lid was a bit too flimsy to hold the tree up. It just kept falling over. I thought that might be the case, but I came up with another solution. I had this tube made of paper tubes. It's a place setting I was going to make, but decided not to for whatever reason. So I got halfway through making it and then stopped. So what I did was I glued the Pringles lid onto that, held it down with the hot glue gun, and it's made it really sturdy now. As you can see, it's really sturdy. So once I did that, I'd also put gold pipe cleaners around the base of that rolled paper place setting. Covered the Pringles tube because it looked a bit unsightly. Covered that in Christmas wrapping paper, and then put a silver pipe cleaner around that. I then put gold and silver pipe cleaners around the tree. There's just two pipe cleaners wrapped around the tree, and then I had like a snowflake which I glued to the top. A glittery silver snowflake. I think it looks quite nice and effective. I'll just hold it up to the camera and you can see it a bit better. So you can see the silver and the Christmas wrapping paper around the Pringles lid stuck down onto the rolled paper place setting that I was making, and it's got gold and silver pipe cleaners around it. I think it looks quite effective. Anyway guys, that's the end of the video. Any questions or comments, please drop them in the comments section below. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.